Hey everybody, Eamon with Cushing Paver Sealing. We are a local paver sealing company here in Sarasota, Florida. We cover anywhere from Parish down to Venice and surrounding areas. Today we're doing a driveway and patio. So if you'll take a walk with me, I'll show you what we're doing today. We have this beautiful driveway, never been sealed before, but you can see it needs a little bit of attention. There's a few areas that are missing the appropriate amount of sand. If you take a look over here, there are weeds growing in the joints. So we're gonna get all of those up today. There are a few stains here as well, some oil stains. We're gonna get those oil stains up. And if you'll follow me around to the back, I'll show you what we're doing back here. Every one of our services comes with a complete cleaning. We spray down an algicide, we pressure treat everything, we rinse it, and then we add 2 coats of our water-based sealer. So these pavers are going to be transformed today. Back here, we've got a jacuzzi. We might take a dip in there today if we feel like we want to relax. But same thing back here in the patio. We have weeds growing over here. I mean, you could see, look at the color of the pavers underneath the shade and the ones that are exposed by the sun. This is why you want to get your pavers sealed, because you don't want the sun to eat away at the color of them. You want to enhance the color, you want to protect them. Pavers are an expensive investment that you want to protect. Also, we're going to be getting this outside patio here. Everything you see here has been repaired. This patio was actually falling apart, and we had our repair team come in here and resettle everything and secure the walls. So everything has been repaired here. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get set up. We're gonna start the cleaning process out front in the driveway, and we are excited to walk you through it. So enjoy the video. Here at Cushing Paver Sealing, we have multiple step process when it comes to cleaning and sealing your pavers. Pavers need a lot of attention, a lot of care, and there's a lot of preparation that goes into it before they are sealed. We do not come in here spraying sealer on the pavers without doing anything. So here what you see me doing is spraying down an algicide. This is a mixture of sodium hypochlorite, surfactant, and water. And the purpose of this is to get on the pavers, into the joints, and kill all mold and algae on a molecular level. So that is what we're doing here. It's great when paired with pressure washing. If we were to just come in here and pressure wash alone, of course we would get most of it up, but on a molecular level, the things we can't see, there would still be mold and algae ready to grow again. So we do a thorough coat of the algicide over all the pavers. We stay away from the garage doors, we stay away from the front door, and we are careful with the grass. We make sure everything is rinsed down very well. So that is what we're doing here. And step 2 to the process would be the actual pressure washing itself, which you are about to see me do here. Now, this driveway did also have some oil stains, which were treated with a degreaser before we even started. So that allows the oil to break down, and when we come and pressure wash, it'll lift those stains up, which you'll see in the final result. Make sure you watch till the end, because the final result of these pavers is absolutely stunning. It is incredible. So here you see me finishing up and moving on with the pressure washing. We take our time with this. We have a very high pressure surface cleaner. So the way this works is there is actually a bar underneath that circle that is spinning at a very high speed with pressure coming out of both ends of it. So it's spinning like a fan, and it's really high pressure, and it's designed to obviously clean the surface of the pavers, but also to get into all the joints and remove any mold growth, any weeds that are growing, any grime that's stuck in there, and of course any stains that are on the pavers. So it's a very handy tool that we use. It covers a lot of ground, It's definitely a huge step up than if we were to come with a wand, as most people do, and go inch by inch. This is an incredible piece of equipment that we have that we're able to really clean the pavers very thoroughly with. Some of you watching this video may own a home and might be considering getting your pavers sealed. You may ask the question, why? You might be asking yourself, is it worth the investment to get my pavers sealed? And I will say to you, yes. Now, of course, I am a little biased owning a paver sealing company, but there's a reason I started this here in Florida. There's a big need for it. The reasons people get their pavers sealed are for multiple reasons. One of those being color enhancement. Pavers look drastically different when they are not sealed versus when they are sealed. When they are sealed, the color is deepened. They have a nice glisten to them. They look incredible. So you may be considering sealing your pavers if your driveway or patio looks very faded, lost its color from the sun, different reasons like that. Another reason people get their pavers sealed is because of preventing mold and algae and weeds from growing. It's a big problem when you have pavers and they're not sealed. I'm sure you know weeds grow like crazy here in Florida, and pavers have a lot of joints in between them, which allows a perfect space for anything to grow in between. So what we do in our sealing process, and you will see this in a little bit, is a flood coat. So this allows the sealer to get in all of the joints and create a solid barrier in between. So that's a huge reason people get their pavers sealed, is to prevent mold, algae, and weeds from growing. And another reason too would just be to protect the expensive investment that pavers are. They are expensive, and you want to protect them from the harsh conditions, sunlight, rain, and even stains. Having a layer of sealer over the pavers will prevent any stains from happening. Oil stains, rust stains, it'll just create a barrier of protection for your pavers. So these are a few of the many reasons people get their pavers sealed. Here at Cushing Paver Sealing, something that we truly value is making sure everything is clean when we're done. We understand that pressure washing is a messy process, and screens will get dirty, windows will get dirty, walls will get dirty. We make sure we clean up everything. After we're done pressure washing, we give everything a thorough rinse. That includes your sliding glass doors, that includes your screens, that includes the walls, any surrounding items. We make sure we get that cleaned up. We do a very thorough job. We don't want your pavers to be cleaned and sealed while the walls and screens around it look dirty. We do a professional job. We make sure everything is spotless. So here, what you see me doing is adding sand in the joints. You don't always have to do this for pavers, but in this scenario we did, because the gaps were just a little too big between the pavers. A lot of areas were missing sand, and that's not good, because what will end up happening is weeds and mold will still be able to grow because there's a complete open area in between the pavers. So, there's no sort of barrier there besides maybe just the sealer. So we need to add the sand so the sealer can bond with the sand and create that strong barrier. It also prevents the pavers from shifting over time. So structurally, it's really good for the pavers as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually pushing the sand with water. This is known as wet sanding, and this allows the sand to fall perfectly where they need to in between the joints. They say that you want the sand to be about 1/8 of an inch below the paver line. You don't want it to be on top of the paver, which a lot of people get confused by. They think they actually need to see the sand in each of the joints. That's not the case at all. You actually want it to be a little bit below, because you want to see your pavers. You don't want to see sand and lines of sand everywhere. And it's not good structurally for the pavers either, for them to just be covered in sand. So we wet sand, we do a thorough job, we give it a thorough rinse. And then after this, we're going to go into our sealing process. A lot of you may be wondering what type of sealer we use. We use Uraseal H2O. It's a water-based sealer. I've explained in a previous video the reason why you would want to go with water-based over oil-based if you're here in Florida. We have a very humid environment here, and as you know, oil and water don't mix at all. So when you seal with an oil-based sealer, one, it's very glossy, very shiny, and some people may like that.
and it does look really good, but only for about a year, because what ends up happening is after it goes through one of our hot summers that we have here in Florida, it ends up turning white, clouding up, and flaking over time. So your driveway will actually begin to look more faded over time if you decide to go with the oil-based sealer. They do last longer because it's oil, but it just doesn't look good, and it's a very messy process. We use water-based. It is a popular sealer to use here in Florida because of the enhanced look it gives the pavers, the natural finish it leaves the pavers looking, and we can achieve either a matte finish look or a glossy look. So what we're doing here is we're putting on the base coat. We do 2 coats with this sealer. This is the base coat, so we are just getting the surface of the pavers covered in the sealer. A lot of times pavers are really dry, so we need to get that initial coat on there. So when the final coat goes on, it'll end up sitting on the pavers very well, absorbing really well, and also filling up all the joints. So you can already see as we're adding the sealer, there's a massive color difference taking place here. And this is just after the first coat. So it looks incredible. So here we are continuing with the first coat. And here I am beginning the second coat. This is known as our flood coat. So I am getting enough sealer on there to where it begins to flood up all the joints in between the pavers, locking that sand in there, creating that really strong barrier so weeds and mold do not grow. That is the purpose of this flood coat here. And it's also going to deepen the color of these pavers a lot more. They're going to look so beautiful when it's done. There are some companies out there that will just do 1 coat. Here at Cushing Paver Sealing, we do not believe that is enough. We want this to last, and we want your money to be worth it to you. So we really want to do a thorough job, make your pavers look incredible, and actually hold the value that we say they're going to hold.
What an incredible day. We've just finished up. We put the second coat on the driveway. Take a look at how incredible. So everything has been pressure washed. Everything has been cleaned and sealed. This is what the after look looks like. It looks incredible. So guys, if you're there and you guys have pavers, we highly recommend getting them sealed, and we hope that you go with us. If you would like to get your pavers sealed, give us a call. Our number is 941-344-3701. We will gladly come out and give you an estimate. Give us a call. Cushing Paver Sealing. See you soon.